Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm Duck.
And goodbye, everybody. I'm Tails.
Oh, that's sad. Today we're going to be watching Sword Art Abridged online episode 11.
Yeah.
And sadly, it's going to be the last one we watch for a while. Sad.
It really is, but it's gonna be a good one.
I am super excited. If any of you watched my prediction, the video we put up for my predictions, you'll get to follow along and tell me how stupid I am, and it's going to be great.
Yeah. Tell him how stupid he is in this episode, not the prediction episode. That way there's no spoilies.
Yeah.
I did put that in the description. I don't know if you saw that.
I did actually. It's very good.
No spoilies. So I mean, like honestly, like yeah, you already did the prediction. So do you want to
Uh,
just
I mean, like, I feel like there's not a lot to talk about ahead of time since we did the prediction
yeah?
video. So, I will just ask one thing. If you can even think of anything on the spot like this, what is your favorite line from this episode? One line. It doesn't have to give anything away.
It's been so long since I've seen this episode that I
Darn
don't
it.
I don't know a line. Probably Kirito.
Congratulations! I mean, I'm pretty sure that part's gonna happen. It has to.
Like Kirito. I'm pretty sure there's a line that says Kirito, and that's my favorite.
Oh, perfect. Well, I think we should just get right into this one. It's gonna be a long one.
Yeah,
So,
and before we get into this long one,
oh.
thank you, Chris Elias.
Yes, thank you, Chris. Ah, man, I always forget.
Thanks
I
for
forget.
helping us stick with this long one.
Really, when I think of long ones, I think Chris. Okay, thank you.
uh,
Let's start this video.
okay. Okay.
That was
So,
incredible.
yeah. So things that you were right about.
Yeah, Asuna did get hurt in the final battle.
Yeah, Heathcliff did in fact die.
Yes, I was also right about that.
And then Kirito.
Kirito immediately got out of bed to go find her. Yeah, those were all wins, and you know what? I'm pretty sure everything after that was a win as well. We don't have to talk about it.
It was
Uh,
so hard for me to like go, yeah, they'll make it to floor 100. Otherwise, how else are they gonna get out? It was so hard for
well,
me not to say anything.
you know, I actually, you guys are all gonna be like, yeah, you're full of shit. But like, I actually considered the fact that they wouldn't make it all the way to floor 100. But the only thing that made me like stick to it was the fact that that's how he said they were gonna end the game. Like that was the win condition, is you have to be floor 100. So I was
Uh,
like, why?
Technically, his words were, "If you beat the boss of floor 100."
Which was probably him, right? I guess
Yeah,
that
he
makes sense.
he was the traitor in a Dungeon and Dragons game that gave all your loot to, and he became a big bad.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember because in last episode, um, we were only on like floor 74 or whatever. So I was like, man, we're gonna jump 25 of the hardest floors. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
But yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I did not see that coming where Seto Kaiba was actually Heathcliff.
I know it's great. Uh,
That was a good one. Good twist.
it really is, and that whole battle that they did was great. Is great too, especially with them putting in that song in the background. That was a
Yeah, that song is I can't get over how good it is. Like every time I hear it, I'm like pumped. I'm like, oh yeah, something's happening.
I know. So really quick, do you have any questions?
Well, not ones that I can't. So, like, obviously, it's all left ambiguous what happened to everybody, but I'm assuming, just based on the fact that Kirito woke up, Asuna's still alive. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everyone that was on that floor is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, it looked like Heathcliff died the same way they did, but I'm assuming he's also still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Because that only makes sense.
You know what the worst part is?
No, I
Uh,
don't.
I'm not saying mm-hmm because I agree. I'm saying mm-hmm because I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, I
Uh,
mean, those things could all be wrong, obviously,
yeah.
but just based on what I know and what happened, it would be weird for Kirito to wake up and not Asuna
Mm-hmm.
and not Kayaba.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It would just be weird. I mean, it's possible that they're dead, but like just it wouldn't make sense narratively to me. So also, it did not give me any hints as to why in the hell they would go back into the game.
Yeah, I said I was gonna look for a clip to show you, but I didn't.
Oh, awesome.
uh, I mean, I could show you a quick picture. I can send it to you, real quick.
Okay. Okay.
Um, is that no? Okay. Uh, so before I search this up, uh, I believe Kaiba explains to as to why they survive because obviously they survive.
Right. I mean,
And
that
I think it's because it takes a nerve gear a while to kill them,
that
or
makes sense.
after he was, or nobody died. But I don't think that was it. That doesn't sound right. Because people died. Oh wait. Oh no. It could be. I think it's their memory was saved like on a cloud. Like
Mm,
when they died in the game, and so when they beat the game, everybody returned. But people who were unplugged, uh, they died, like in the actual anime.
right. That makes sense.
So so like he just what he 100% wanted people just to play an MMO completely.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I mean, like I said, though, like my biggest question mark right now is why, and even how they would get back into this game. Um, because it sounds like, you know, real world consequences are gonna get Kayaba in trouble.
Yeah,
Um,
duh.
and there's probably not gonna be, you know, a bunch of copies of this game just lying around now. It's probably gonna be
Oh,
something the government's gonna want to scoop up and get rid of at the very least.
I mean he does he that whole Aincrad being like put in a like being put down a wormhole, that was him deleting the code for Aincrad.
Oh, so that makes sense. He did say that.
I don't want.
So,
I'm looking for the right one.
I mean, the only thing, like, as far as like abridged, like I'm trying to think of this as like the actual show. As far as the abridged goes, I could see Kirito like maybe trying to recreate the game because he loved living in it so much.
Oh yeah, that honestly, I would love for Kirito to become a developer.
Right. I mean, like, if you want to explain that, that would make sense to me. But as far as the real show goes, that like, I don't think that's his actual personality. Maybe it is. I don't know.
So obviously, like, I mean, I mean, you know by now the boss glitching didn't happen, right?
No, I didn't know what happened.
Uh, so it 100% like killed hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not hundreds. Maybe it was like 10 of them. But like that was the most people that they've lost since like floor 20.
Okay.
So like it would one shot everybody. It would swipe. Its movements were so erratic that they couldn't like keep track of it.
Yeah. It
Um,
was gross.
yeah, it was the most terrifying boss probably in all of SAO up to that point.
Right.
Um, so yeah, they defeated it, and literally, everybody sitting there exhausted is the end of it, and they're sitting there going and they're just like, wow, that boss took forever, and it killed so many people, and then, everybody's tired, exhausted on the ground, and Kirito looks up and sees Heathcliff just standing there like nothing happened, and while everybody else is in the red, and so many people died, he's still barely in the yellow,
Right.
which him being a partial tank, even though he's a leader, he's still a tank. That shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying in our prediction thing is like he was going to be a tank. It doesn't matter how strong he is. He's still going to because that's why I thought he was going to be the one that died,
Yeah,
right? So it would only make sense that he would have at least been really hurt if not dead because he's a tank. So yeah, I get you. That makes sense.
so yeah, so that's when Kirito was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go on a head chopping spree. And that's when everybody finds out, and the reasoning of Kirito figuring it out was, no kid likes to watch other people play a game.
What?
Yeah. So he said that, and that was his reasoning of Kayaba is Heathcliff, because it's not fair that other people get to play his game and he doesn't.
I mean, I guess that's fair. It's weird, but I guess. I mean, I watch Twitch and I've watched stuff like that forever, but I'm not a kid, I guess.
Yeah, but it's just based on the fact that people don't like watching other people play a game when they could be playing it.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so I could show you.
Just show me something. We're in the middle of something here.
I know. Fine. I'll show you this one.
No. Can you put that on screen right
I
now?
Yep. No, like when I send it to you, I will put it on screen.
Hey, perfect. Yeah, edit that in because why?
So
Uh,
yeah. Mhm.
I mean, that doesn't answer anything, but it answers everything.
I know. That's why I wanted to give you this one, because it answers nothing. Just makes you worried about what happened.
That's so silly. Oh man.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I mean, like, pretty much uh, like Hayaba goes into some existential, dread while watching Ironclad collapse, and Kirito. I kid you not, this is actually how the season ends. Kirito gets up, clings to his IV thing, walks out the door, walks down the hallway, credits roll.
I hated that.
Like, that was only seconds from the actual end credits.
I mean, like, I get it, but
Yeah,
I was like, no, it can't end there.
it's great. Yeah,
It's great cliffhanger for sure.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of right about everyone being there though. That's another thing I got right. Tiffany was there, and Lizard wasn't there. I
Yeah,
also called that.
I think it's because since they weren't fighters anymore, like Liz
Yeah,
and Silica, neither one of them were there.
yeah. I uh, I did call that. Well, not Silica, but
Lizard.
Lizard.
we
Yes, Lizard was not there, and you know, Chocolate Axe was there with his chocolate axe. I look like a chocolate axe. um,
so
we
I
called him Klein. That part
yeah,
was almost the saddest part of the whole episode.
he knew he was gonna die, so of course.
Oh,
Well, how'd you feel when the most powerful sword in the game
broke.
broke?
Uh, I I don't know if they ever go into how or why, but my initial thought was, oh, he still has his axe on.
No, he was fighting fair and square. His
That's
shield
crazy.
just couldn't be penetrated, and Kirito did the mistake of stabbing at it instead of slashing at it.
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, I was shocked, like to the point where like I said, I was like, there's no way he's not still cheating.
Okay. So when he's like, oh, guess the power of love is stronger than admin codes. Guess we gotta fix that in the next patch.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
not
assuming that comes into play later.
he actually what he says is something along the lines of, oh, she broke out of paralysis. That's weird. No one should be able to do that unless they unless unless they get unparalyzed by admins. Crazy how that happened.
That is weird. Did he unparalyze her?
He sure did.
Aw.
At least that's what I assume, because it's
Oh,
never
it doesn't ever say.
no. But
Oh.
if like that paralysis was permanent, nothing should have relieved it.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean, that would be a dick move.
Yep. Well, because he knew that the only way how Kirito was really going to give up is the reason why he's fighting goes away, which
Right.
is what happened.
Yeah, he gave up after that.
Yeah, it was a very sad moment.
It was pretty like I love these because like obviously in the original anime I bet that was like a really powerful and sad moment.
Mhm.
Um, I love how these abridged series can play the sad moment and you still get like that emotional feeling, but they don't like hammer it into you. They're like, okay, and then now here's something funny. So like you still have that moment where you're like, oh no, and then they say something silly and you're like, oh yeah, this is just a funny show.
Unlike in the anime when Kirito says there's nothing to live for anymore.
Exactly. Like when they just kind of a whole episode and it ends dreary and then you have to go the rest of your life wondering what's gonna happen next. Yeah. But no, it was excellent. This is great.
Yeah.
And if everybody was unaware, episode 17 just came out.
Yeah, go watch it before us.
So you can know what's gonna happen before we do.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna watch it. Like I've watched every other episode, but I'm not watching that one or the finale, which again I think is 18. I think episode 18 is the finale.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm excited. We did mention this earlier, but I'm gonna reiterate since this is the end. We're done watching this for a while. We're not gonna come back and watch any more abridged SAO until the next season is done
Yeah.
and out. So it could be a couple weeks, it could be months, it could be years. It depends on how something witty entertainment is feeling.
Yeah.
So if you have anything that you'd like to see us do in the meantime, let us know. I have tons of ideas, but if you have something specific, we would definitely put that at the top of the list.
And I have one.
What was yours?
Well, Mega Man.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, that sounds really good. Neither one of us have seen that, right?
I've seen a couple, but I haven't seen like
Oh,
past episode 5.
oh.
And it's been over 10 years since I've even watched it.
That's fair. Yeah, I have so many. Most of the stuff I want to watch is just like so you understand my references, and they're funny. I mean, they are good. They're worth watching, but it's just because I've seen them so many times. But yeah, let us know what you think we should do next. Also, let us know how you felt about Sword Art Online Abridged Season 1.
Yeah, let us know how much you support the Kirito is Always Route Foundation.
Oh, yeah, I love that foundation. Yeah, and I have nothing else to say.
I know it's like I don't want it to end, but
I
it
know.
must. I don't. Yeah. So, like Doug said, thanks for watching.
And we'll see you in whatever we do next.
Bye.
Bye.